Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well. It is July 22nd, 2025, and I'm back with another message. There's something about an accident. Someone may have been in the hospital and had a heart attack. She's 80 years old, one of these narcissistic masculines stated. I had a vision, a circle of men. They were pointing at someone, laughing jovially, not snide or condescending in any way, but in a happy way. A little later, I heard someone say, "It feels like a trap." So I don't know if they got sent somewhere to do a thing and maybe felt that they were being set up. Someone said to another, she was ashamed. So I don't know, she was ashamed, which I don't know what that means. If she unalived herself, if she confessed, if she turned herself in, I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Be careful what you say. She's psychic. And remember what happened when da-da-da-da-da. There's something about using pain in a certain way. So some use it to increase chaos and their debauchery. And others use it to improve their lives, to be strengthened by it, and to expand. They're calling someone progressive, which is somebody who has new ideas and they're presenting them, innovations. Progressive could be progressive favors reform for improvement's sake. These abuser masculines are discussing someone's luxurious lifestyle. They're upset because it's your prize. It's what you've gained after doing lots and lots of work, after going through lifetime after lifetime of suffering, after confessing everything and being open, honest, transparent, and truthful according to what it is, not trying to pull one over on God or nothing. There's something about Horus. Horus is the one who is above, the distant one, the god of the sky, the sun, kingship, and protection. He's associated with warfare, healing, and the sun and the moon. And a few weeks ago, perhaps, I was told the sky belongs to the sun. It could very well be Horus, who says, the sky is mine. Perhaps. Take it as it resonates. These masculines are talking about another one of their buddies, saying that something is the shock of his life. He is seen. Something definitely didn't go the way he had planned. Something or someone is or has been accepted. So whatever this masculine is, it's having the shock of his life. He thought that he had damaged somebody so thoroughly that they would never, ever, ever be accepted. So now he's shocked. This could very well be the masculine who later said, "What have I done?" He tried to bury somebody. They rose, were recognized, certified, claimed, accepted. This somebody knows exactly what this person did to them. The Akashic of this person, the true one, not the fake one, has every abuse logged that was received and witnessed. So yeah, it's the shock of his life. Everything is coming out now. Someone has been convicted of something. Something or someone has been deactivated, which is destroyed, disconnected, removed from duty. Their permissions were removed, disconnected from services, and ceasing to function. Number message 111. New beginnings, a fresh start. Your thoughts and intentions are powerful. Maintain a positive mindset and focus on your goals. Number message 888. Abundance, prosperity, and positive energy. You are on the right path for achieving your goals. Completion of a phase or a cycle. You are a natural leader and are about to evolve to a higher level of success. These narcissists are talking about a harvest or harvesting. The curator is talking about purity. So it appears that they're targeting somebody's essence and gifts. They want to harvest somebody of purity. The curator is telling his people to be careful what they say to her. They're being told not to approach her, to stay away from her. They're discussing what they did to her. They tortured her. They prostituted her energy while leaving her alone, vulnerable, and in lack. They're in trouble. The truth is out. What they did to her, she was accepted. She was accepted, and everything that they've done to her is known. These narcissists and misogynists are spying and telling each other the people are celebrating. They're discussing a representative, which could be this woman. Someone chosen to act and speak on behalf of a wider group, to make decisions, a spokesperson, agent, commissioner, counselor, legislator, senator, etc. They're being asked by their interdimensional guru about apologies. Have they tried it? Their apologies are known to be insincere. For them, apologies are only given as a manipulation tool and permission to stay in the energy and continue their tomfoolery. They're talking about someone being psychic. They brutalized her for her energy. They left her alone as an easy target. They invited everybody to come and harvest off of her whenever. And many drank. The curator is talking to somebody about Genesis. It could be the beginning, and how they sabotaged the feminine from the very start. They lied right out of the gate. And amongst all of that is going on, the curator is still talking about feeding this feminine to representative to their black hole soul as a snack. She's not a proper sacrifice according to their needs. He's warning people to stay away from her, and yet he continues to plan with his friends about how they're going to obtain her 3D vessel and feed her as a snack. Someone is being asked about this woman's family members. So these narcissists are targeting and manipulating the family members to try and get her and her energy. So they want to attach or get with the family members so that they can gain access to her energy, to interfere in her flow. Again, these ones are talking about cameras and about home security. So it could be that they've been caught on camera doing something. It could be that they want to frame someone with a look-alike on camera. They may be targeting someone's home to do them a thing and are concerned about home security and having their faces recorded. And then I heard a masculine. This is when I heard the masculine. I was walking around the house and I heard him say, "What have I done?" Now this is the person that has received the shock of their life. This person did a sacrifice and it was not accepted, or it was released. There's a thing with Horus and all of this. So he's like, what have I done? So the sacrifice didn't suffice as his method of elevation this time. It didn't work for him. So he's like, what have I done? And it's like, well, what you've done is really messed up. Royally messed up. Because whoever it is that you targeted here was royal from the get-go, and you did a royal bad thing centuries ago. And you tried to do it again. And it didn't work out because the Most High God has been on to you for some time. Put a stop to it. So his lies and manipulations of decades, if not centuries, have backfired. These bad men are running simulations and they're calculating their calculations. They're talking about an American woman. And they're also talking about the human race. They tried to extinguish and exterminate humanity. They force bred them with alien beings or other beings that were bipeds but not human. They tried to exterminate the human race that was connected with the Most High God. They're talking about a near-death experience. Whoever they're targeting has had at least one, perhaps many, reborn every time. Only this time, this person didn't fall. The word indelible passed through my mind, which is making marks that cannot be removed, not able to be forgotten or removed. Permanent, lasting, indestructible, lasting, imperishable, unforgettable. So whatever marks this American woman is making here in this realm at this time are indelible. They cannot be removed. Apparently there's some kind of a legacy that this person's leaving behind. This curator is speaking and describing this person as righteous. So he's told that this woman is righteous. She did it the right way, leaning on God, patiently waiting for alignment while she was being brutalized by these masculines wanting to dress up in her energy and pretend they were an empress or a freaking high priestess. So she's righteous, which is being right in the eyes of God. including character, conscience, which is attitude, conduct, which is action, and command, which is the word. She's ethical, moral, noble, and virtuous. They did everything they could to defile and degrade this person, to stick all of their crap and then to sacrifice them to a lower dimensional space while they got a portion of the high vibing energy, dressing up in it to take that. It's like these ones have offered this person a service saying, so we can sell you things. And it doesn't sound like this person is in need or has any desire to make transactions with them. No interest whatsoever in doing an energetic or material or any other kind of an exchange with these corrupt, murderous liars. What they would do is curse every item that they sold. Just like they do with the meat in this realm, they transfer sin into the animal and then they slaughter it in a blood sacrifice and then they sell it to the public to pay for the sin-infested meat. They curse them. And that's what they would do if they wanted to sell anything to anybody. These people are not trustworthy. They're very shady characters. They're discussing sensuality, physical pleasure, fulfilling to the senses. These individuals, somebody's saying, there's some earth angels out there, stars and suns, who are calling judgment. They're directly linked to source. They are the transmitter receiver, the microphone of the divine, who is passing judgment, it appears. They're talking about leprosy. And in the history, apparently there was some leprosy. And Trump some other people say future proves past. So it's like, in one timeline, it's like the future sent back a bunch of people to experience leprosy, rapists, these people, may they rot. And it's like at another time, these ones won and they sent back the psychics and the oracles to be burned at the stake as a witch. So it's like they keep going to the future to send people back. And it's like, this is a timeline war. And they've been trying to exterminate humanity. And the mothers, they wanted to reduce while turning the men into women. Somebody is a medium, which is a person who communicates with the dead. At 10:11, I heard, we don't see it, somebody said. And then they said, she's pregnant. So they're targeting a pregnant woman. Who apparently was supposed to have something and they were not able to see it. It could be that this is one of their own who was supposed to have a mark, or maybe this was a chosen one who lost their, I don't know. Whatever it is that was supposed to be there, they don't see it. And she's pregnant. So these vampires are talking about endorphins, which are substances made in the body that can relieve pain and give a feeling of well-being. So these misogynist narcissists, these traffickers of energy and life force vitality, these ones are addicted to the endorphins that are produced by the people and their trauma suffering while being tortured and stuff. And then they cause the pain, and then they harvest the chemicals, the endorphins, the fluids. It's their drug, and they're addicts. These masculines have no conscience, and yet somehow they have access to consciousness. It makes no sense. So these must be cyberware connections for AI beings or Cylons, these imposter parasites. Somebody's saying without producing or confessing And there's something about augmentation, which is to enlarge and to make bigger. The ability to perform actions, whether physical or mental, with the help of tools that integrates into the body. Cyberware, false telepathy, and telekinesis. So somebody got telepathy and energy without producing anything and without confessing to God and then receiving a reward. They took a shortcut. They did not produce anything worthy of a reward. They did not ever confess to the crimes that they were committing, a fault for their life, which everybody has. They skipped the lessons. They're discussing a company that a feminine works for. So they're spying on her location, whether it be home life and work life. You belong to me, a masculine said. It could be that 80-year-old woman who was in an accident, wound up in the hospital, and then had a heart attack. Somebody may have claimed her. One of these masculines may have claimed her, is what I'm getting from that. She crossed over and they took possession. These beings who lack consciousness are hanging around, trying to figure out how to obtain this woman in the 3D, this person that they're stalking at work, at home, wondering about cameras. Their magic no longer works. It failed. There's something or someone that is nimble, which is quick, agile, and alert. There's something about alimony, which is financial support ordered by the court. So what I'm getting from this is that someone left this woman high and dry, probably lifetimes ago. Didn't actually divorce, unaliving after unaliving after unaliving, passing her around lifetime after lifetime like she was just a thing, while they remained contracted and selling off or sharing her energy, prostituting her energy. So they left her high and dry, drained her of all possessions, stability, safety, love, family, and now they may owe. They don't want to let her go. They're desperate to possess her once more, to get out of this debt that they owe. Lifetimes of alimony these people owe. This person owes. So they're trying to snatch her back. After she's already been accepted, they're doing a thing. They want to snatch it back. This energy. Stop it, someone. So somebody was told to stop it. They tried to intertwine their energy with this woman in the sleep time space. They were doing magic while this person was resting and sleeping. And a guardian told them to stop it. So these narcissists are talking about someone's community tab. So there are many stalkers on this person's YouTube channel. And then I heard resent of 20 power, or resent to 20 power. Google says it's raised to the 20th power. They may have resent some magic to the 20th power. Something is coming back to the 20th power. I'm ready to leave, said one of these masculines. So these parasites are talking about meat. They're hungry, and the supply isn't readily available. A few messages back, they were concerned about supply and availability because their supply of the humanity is dwindling. They can't touch it anymore, or they're not supposed to. Their system, their enterprise is being dismantled. And then I heard just desserts of electricity. Now, just desserts, getting your just desserts is getting what you deserve for a wrongdoing. They owe a huge debt for all of the energy that they have stolen. So they're getting what they deserve of electricity. It could be that it's sent back 20 power. I heard the divine God say, all who hate me can look me in the face. He is the sun. So these ones may have whatever energy or something that they're sending out. It might be coming back to the 20th power. Just desserts of electricity. Or maybe they owe to the 20th power every life force vitality that they harvested, embodied, and sold. Maybe they owe 20 times what they've taken. Or maybe it has to happen to them times 20. Whatever they have done will be done to them to the 20th power. Take it as it resonates. It could be that the punishment that they deserve is electrocution. These ones are still talking about relationship. The divine stated over a year ago that this is the end of their relationship with batteries. Those human beings which produce electricity within their own system, they've been harvesting from the sons and the daughters of the divine. So be wary of anybody trying to get a thing going with you and your energy right now. They need to dump this karma. Whatever's coming back on them 20 times or whatever they need, They were talking about augmentation. Another thing that I got too was that somebody may have presented themselves to counsel, or whoever it is that people are presenting themselves to, the judges and whatnot. It could be that they had arrived wearing all this energy, but it's showing that they've been augmented. They've never confessed anything. They've never produced anything of benefit. They've never helped the people, the community, but they keep showing up with amplified energy, and they're augmented. So the telepathy that they are experiencing isn't natural. They're not connected to source. They're talking about a license plate. They're trying to pinpoint the location of a target. You may have moved. They think you're at your old location. They're trying to track you. She is closing out the cycle, the abusers stated. This is a representative, somebody who has been elected to make decisions. She's closing out the cycle. She's an American woman. She is indelible. Whatever she's doing is permanent and lasting. It cannot be destroyed. So, Los Angeles was mentioned. I don't know if they're planning some kind of a chaos event in Los Angeles, if they're planning on sending in military troops again, like they've been doing without warrant. They're planning something in Los Angeles, or there's some sort of a facility that they use to process their meat. Take it as it resonates. They're targeting somebody that they believe is part of a prophecy. This target is in the United States. Again, they're saying that she has closed out the cycle. They're talking about the death penalty. They're talking about the Republicans. Number message 7775. A period of positive change and spiritual growth. Embrace new experiences and trust your intuition. You are evolving spiritually. Continue to pursue your goals with confidence and an open mind. Once more, they're talking about a woman needing medicine. Man, these ones talk 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, day after day after day, year after year. And they say the same crap over and over again. They're a constant threat. They're constantly hunting for their next harvest. The curator is telling somebody that their magic isn't working on her anymore. So they need to do a 3D thing. The vampire narcissists are talking about a Levite. They may think that she is. A Levite is a member of the Hebrew tribe of Levi, especially of that part of it which provided assistance to the priests in the worship in the Jewish temple. They're discussing something that was stolen. Centuries ago, there was druids that sacrificed somebody. And then the other day, I ran across a video of the Queen Elizabeth or whatever that did her little fancy push the button and have this triple genetic strand, light up in these fancy lights before she took off. The druids did a ceremony for her before she did that. So I think the druids have been unaliving queens and kings for some time, and then they've been giving those gifts and that energy to other people to then step into that role. It's been going on a long time. There's a Levite. This woman, they may think that she's a Levite. They stole something from her. It could be that she was a person that assisted the priests. She was betrayed or something. So, the only way that these masculines ever get anything is if they betray a feminine, trap her, possess her, claim her, own her, because they don't produce anything at all. This is the message that I have for you, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.